What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Trucking with Trucker D. I'm Trucker D, and we're back at it again. So today it's 6/17/2021. It's a Thursday, and figured I'd jump on here and give y'all an update about what's going on now, as far as the Bensalem route goes and everything else. Now, the last videos I mentioned about I didn't want to do that route on a daily basis. Well, I think I might have been a little overzealous my first run out there. You know, I kind of had a bad experience after I started going through the tunnels. And this is the reason why right here. See that one truck that went flying past me just as I was coming out of the tunnel? Well, it was my first time going through the mountain roads, and you know, I was taking my time and being a little bit more cautious, I'm sure, than a lot of those other guys out there. But as I was going through the Allegheny Tunnel, it says right there as you're going in 45 miles an hour as you're coming out at the end because of S-curves starting. Well, as I'm going through the tunnel, I was keeping it about 45 miles per hour, and there was this one trucker, the one that you've seen in the video, the little clip right there, that came flying up behind me, was just right on my bumper the whole time through the tunnel. And I'm probably doing maybe 35, 40. Yeah, I'm going slower than 45. But I didn't know how it was on the exit, and I've already had another guy that I work with over here warned me about that tunnel, that he's seen people go try to hit that curve coming out of that tunnel and go right over those guardrails out there that you see coming out. So I kept it slow, and I made it out of the tunnel, hit the curve, and as I went around that curve and it got straight for a second, the guy that was riding my tail went flying past me like a bat out of hell, blew his horn at me like I was in the wrong because I was being cautious, and went flying around me and was doing like 90 miles an hour down the curves as he was going down the mountain. It's like, come on, dude, there's really no need for that. But that one experience right there was kind of what deteriorated me from doing the Bensalem route every day. And you know, it's like, I don't want to drive out here with these guys that are gonna be driving like maniacs. You know, it takes one incident for them to slam into me because I'm going too slow, or I'm going the speed limit, rather. So, after that one experience, I was like, yeah, maybe I don't want to do this every day. But then, my second trip down there was a lot better. You know, I took my time and was still cautious, and it even rained a little bit too. And I had a great trip. I got back, and I was talking to another one of our Continental drivers and telling them about my experience that one time, and
say a command.
Stupid GPS. Wasn't even talking to it. Anyways, I was talking to another driver that works here at Continental, and he was telling me, you know, don't let that one experience pull you away from getting experience yourself. He said super truckers are going to super truck, and that's all it's ever going to be. He's like, you can't let other drivers, you know, be your determination for wanting to do something. And so I got to thinking after I talked to him, and when Marcus called me on Thursday and was like, wanted me to work on one of my days off, I had asked him, I'm like, so did you do anything about the Bensalem route yet? And he's like, no, I haven't. I was like, okay, good, because I want to stay on it at least for the rest of the summer. And that was the decision I made. I decided I wanted to be on it for the rest. rest of the summertime because I started missing the route once I got back into Michigan my second time, I'm like, I can't wait till I go back. And I told him why I was kind of overzealous about doing the route, or not doing the route rather. And he's like, yeah, I figured that's what it was. And he's like, that's why I didn't do anything yet. So he kind of, it's like he kind of already knows me, you know, how I function. I'm a little hot-headed from time to time, and you know, when I get hot-headed, I make rash decisions about what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And my rash decisions, don't get me wrong, I don't get hot-headed on the road and make stupid decisions, but I can make dumb life decisions as far as certain things go. But that's a whole other subject. So I decided to stay on the Ben Salem route, and I made the trip down there and back 4 times. And this last trip, this past Monday, Marcus called me up as I was getting ready to leave and informed me that we got Indy back again. And he told me that I'm going to be going on it. So he made the decision for me to go on another route, and it's because Indy was my route originally. So I'm going to go back onto Indy starting on Sunday. And we're going to go from there and see how long it lasts. See how long I last on Indy for. Hopefully it will be for a long period of time this time. The Indy route, though, however, is completely set up differently than it was last time. I'm actually going to get to start at 8, 9 in the morning. So it means I'm going to get back before it starts getting dark out. Well, at least by it's summertime. So that's going to be nice. I'll be able to go down there, get the route done, get back up here, and get home at a decent time. Although I'm probably going to have to get up at 6:30 in the morning so I can get here from my house. But I'm used to getting up early. I always like getting up early for my factory jobs I worked at. And, you know, I was getting used to getting up later in the day, but getting home later at night, I like it. But I'll be able to spend more time with the wife this way. She'll be actually home, or actually awake when I get home. So it should work out good. So I guess we'll see how it goes from here. As for today, we're heading on down to Kalamazoo. We're hooked up. We got our pre-trip all done. And after Kazoo, we're heading on down to Sydney. And then from Sydney back to Plymouth. So we got about a little under 500 miles to do today. And we're going to bring you all along for the ride. Follow the journey. Enjoy what you see. And we're going to get on down the road. And I'll see y'all out there. Later. we're back in Kazoo again. It's been a minute since we've been at this bakery out here, and it feels good to be back doing these little runs. Now, I like everything I do here at Continental. I like the runs. I even like doing the unload and reloads. Ain't much change coming this way. 94 still under construction. Looks like they've gotten more done out in Jackson though than they did over in Dexter. We're hooked up to our trailer now. That's going down to Sydney. It's not ready yet, but we're hooked up and ready to go for when it is ready. They're saying about another 25 minutes or so. So once they're done, we'll head on down there and get a little bit more footage before it gets dark out. It's one thing I don't like about my dash cam is it doesn't get night footage. Excuse me. It doesn't get night footage. I mean, it will pick up the lights and everything in the area, but other than that, you can't see much at night with it. So if anybody out there has a another dash cam that they use that picks up good night footage, let me know, because I was thinking about maybe even using my phone for some night footage, because I have that SD card in there now and I can probably save a little bit more video on here. I guess we'll see. Anyway, now we're talking about cameras and items as such. I was thinking about doing reviews on stuff that I use out here on a daily basis. You know, like my dash cam for the YouTube videos, my video editing app. You know, I just recently bought a iceless cooler, which will probably be my first item I review if I do decide to start doing stuff like that. I also bought one of those air hoses that hooks up to your glad hands, and you can actually use that to put air in your tires. And I'll probably start doing reviews on stuff like that I buy that I use every day in the truck. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See if I remember to do it or not. On another note, I was getting ready to leave today, and my husky, she was adamant. She wanted to go with Daddy today, ride in the big truck. Check out these photos real quick. Isn't she cute? She definitely knows how to ask for what she wants when she wants it. She's spoiled. She really is. But because she did that, I took one of those photos and I sent it over to one of my dispatchers and was inquiring about the pet policy. Because, you know, I wouldn't mind bringing my dog with me every now and then. She'd probably just lay back there on the bed and go to sleep. It's all she does in the backseat of the car when we take her out for rides. But since I don't share a truck with nobody, they said that I could bring her with me, but I'd have to put down $500 deposit, and as long as the truck comes back clean when I decide to leave, or if I get another truck or whatever, they said that I would get back $250 of that money. So, and they would take that money out of my check, $100 a week. So I'm debating on it right now. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I mean, paying $250 is kind of steep for me when it wouldn't be an everyday thing. You know, it'd be every once in a while. So, I guess we'll see. They sent me the paperwork I needed to fill out for it, but I don't know. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna sit here and wait for this trailer to be done. Might have myself a little, eat myself a little lunch, well, dinner, since it's about 5:30 in the afternoon or at night or however you want to look at it. And then once they're done, I'm gonna get on down the road. We're gonna head down to Sydney and drop this trailer off, pick up another one, and back up to Plymouth. So we'll see you out there. Later. we're in Sydney. We're finally hooked up to the trailer that we're supposed to be taking back. It took them a little bit to figure out what trailer that we were supposed to be taking back, but we found the trailer eventually. So now we got about a 2.5, 3 hour hike back to Plymouth. Looking about 1:30, 2 in the morning, we'll probably be back. And then we're gonna go home, try to get some rest for tomorrow, so we can run out to Jackson, go out to Grand Rapids, and then run back to Jackson, and then back into Plymouth. Another easy day tomorrow. Now, I was here about 10 o'clock. It's 10:52 now. I was inside most of the time, trying to figure out what was going where and where they wanted what I brought. And then I had a little bit of a difficult time getting my trailer backed in because it was in a tight spot with a rail, and I thought the front end of my truck was going to hit the rail. But we got it in the hole. So sometimes you have a difficulty backing in, other times you don't. Whatever. You guys can say what you want about backing and getting it in the hole and whatnot. I don't care. Say what you want. But with that, I'm going to get on back down the road, get this trailer of baskets back to Plymouth so we can throw it in the yard and do our hour hike back home. We'll see y'all out there later. Made it back to Plymouth. We're completely done for the day. We've made both of our runs to Kazoo and down to Sydney and back. Down in Sydney a little bit longer than we wanted to be, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, it's 2 in the morning. We're getting ready to head out of here. We're logged off our clock, and yeah, like I said, we're done. Now we just got to gear up for tomorrow, get tomorrow done. Probably once we get started and get out there, we'll put a little fuel in the truck on the way back. Got about half tank left or so. So that should be enough to go out to Jackson and run up to Grand Rapids and then right back down to Jackson, and then we'll probably stop at that Pilot right there in Dexter, or if we have to stop somewhere else, we'll stop somewhere else. Whatever. Make it work. And then maybe, just maybe, if I have time tomorrow, I'm gonna stop and get this truck washed once I'm in Dexter. It's been a minute since we washed it last, and we'll just have them do just the body of the truck, because last time we got the truck washed, they did the engine bay, and then right after that the check engine lights came on. So we'll see what happens. Not a lot of great footage today. I mean, the scenery ain't as great as it was going down to PA, but there just really wasn't much going on out there on the roads today, which was kind of surprising for it being a weekday. Not much traffic, not many cars. No, I played around a little bit trying to get some night footage with my phone, and my GPS, it also has a camera on it, so I hit record on that. I'm gonna play around a little bit more with this GPS and the camera and whatnot, and see what else it can do. Maybe even get it a bigger SD card. So So, but we're gonna get our stuff cleaned up here, empty out the cooler. I bought one of these iceless coolers, which is another item that I will be reviewing once I start doing reviews on here of items that I buy. But we'll get into that another day. But yeah, I'm gonna get everything cleaned up out of here so I can get on down the road back home. But with that, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. And as like I always say, please be courteous to your fellow drivers out there. We'll see y'all next time. Later.